Hi, how's it going, everyone? This is Chris Jackson again for you guys. Just to give a little update on what I had to go and deal with today. Okay, I was supposed to have court for my misdemeanor charges for my willfully disrupting, disturbing, interfering with city, state business. I was supposed to have my court for that today. Well, I get to the county court and they hand me some deal to where I just, basically I signed the court minutes stating that they're trying to lump this new charge of this felony stalking, which is absolute bullshit. Which, I mean, like, I'll read you this stuff, guys, and I'm going to tell you, I'm completely going to destroy this DA lady, this assistant DA, Shauna Taylor. Okay, I'm going to give y'all her name because she's a man-hating, just ruthless woman. Okay, she and I'm not trying to be sexist, but she is. She's a man hater. She does all the cases for the POs, for restraining orders, for domestic violence against the women. Which I don't condone that at all. I don't. But this woman is straight up a man hater, okay? And she is trying to trump these charges on me, which, I mean, once I read you this stuff, guys, I have complete evidence that is going to completely exonerate me from this. And all they're trying to do is discredit me and make me look like I'm the worst human being in the world because they know I have a lawsuit against them. And then I'm going to take it to the 10th District Supreme Court to make sure that it's case law for the willfully disrupting thing, because it's absolutely, the 10th District just ruled in July that it's a must and a right of the citizens to film the police in the operation of their duties. Well, there's no case law or anything like that states about public employees, like our city employees, county employees, stuff like that. Well, that's why I want to make, I'm going to be the person to make sure set case law, like James Freeman said, and I'm willing to go that far. And they know that. And they know they've messed up with all this crap they're trying to do to me. And so, they're trying to bunch this together to try to pad my case on my misdemeanors. They're trying to bunch this felony in with my misdemeanors and make me fight it all at once. And that's just not going to happen, But let me read you this stuff, guys. Okay? All right. And then I will give you guys a little context. After I read this and stuff, I'll give you guys a little, context of my ex and, everything like that. Okay, on 1/26/2023 at approximately 7:46 hours, I received a phone call from Chelsea Long advising of a protection order violation on her ex-husband, Christopher Jackson. I contacted Long over the phone, and she provided me with the below statement. I'm aware of the order of protection on Christopher Jackson based on incident report 2023, I don't know, by Patrol Cisco. I don't even know what the heck that's talking about because I never had any contact with them on the 23rd. They towed my truck on the 24th, so he's absolutely wrong on his date, So, Chelsea Long stated, I have a protective order through Kaw Nation Tribe against my ex-husband, Christopher Jackson. The protective order was filed on 12/28/2022 and effective until our next court date on 1/24/2023. The order has been extended and is valid by Kaw Nation on 1/01/24/2023. Protective order covers myself and my two sons, Parker Jackson and Zayden Jackson, which it's absolute bullshit. I've never touched a woman. I have no, you can go on ODCR. There's a bunch of Christopher Jacksons throughout Oklahoma. But if you go to odcr.com, mine starts on the 6th page, Christopher Dale Jackson. You'll see. I have no domestics on me at all. Because I've never hit a woman. My ex, blacked my eyes, scratched my face. I mean, she tried to tear my nuts off so bad one time. I mean, my balls were black and blue for about 2 or 3 days. I mean, and there's actually Ponca, which I'm getting the police report in 2013. She called the cops on me to have me removed from the house, but got herself in trouble because she fish hooked me in my mouth, in which I didn't touch. There was no evidence I touched her because I didn't. But they took pictures and I refused to, file charges because, I was just. Then it wasn't after that. They're the ones that decided to do that. So the only actual evidence of any type of domestic abuse or assault or anything is her on me. And then she also has a felony child abuse that the only reason she got off of is because I refused to testify, because at that time I was trying to work with her. I was trying to co-parent, but I shouldn't have done it. I was stupid. You know, I should have known that she's vindictive and conniving, and I should have never let her off of it, because she would be sitting on felony child abuse charges right now. Because I didn't file them, the state did. And then because I refused to testify and I was the witness there, they dropped it, which I shouldn't have done. So the only one that has any type of assault, domestic assault, abuse, anything on them is her. You know, but here, let me continue. Okay, today while dropping the kids off at Roosevelt Elementary School, I noticed Christopher drive by in his gray Ford F-150 on Highland Avenue while I was dropping the kids off. He intentionally makes sure he stops at the red light at the crosswalk so he can see me and the boys when I drop them off. Because I have control over stoplights, you know. I have that power, I guess. I don't know. Because, I mean, she lives west of where I'm going, and I'm coming from the east, so I have no clue when that woman's going to be there. I have no clue at all. But I have found an alternate route to be able to get there and go around Roosevelt School to get my nephew to the high school so that she can't come at me with this stuff anymore. And, I mean, I'm absolutely going to destroy this. Okay, let me keep going and I'll explain to you guys. Okay, shortly after dropping the boys off, I went to my house, which I'm not going to give you guys her address, in Ponca City. When at my house, I noticed Christopher's gray Ford F-150 drive by my house and down 7th Street. Christopher should not need to drive around my house. He is supposed to be living out in Osage County. He will stop down by Hazel Avenue and look at my driveway to see if my vehicle is parked there. I do fear for what Christopher could do because I am unaware of his intentions. Okay, first of all, it states this here in a minute when they got my statement, okay? Immediately after I dropped my nephew off, which is north of her house, because she lives right on the corner of 7th and Hazel, okay? And the high school is north of her house. So, like, when I come off of Highland Avenue where she's talking about I seen her, I got to take a right. To her house is a left. To the high school is a right. Okay, well, I dropped my nephew off. And when I drove by the elementary school, there was a cop sitting in the alleyway, which he was, illegally, because he's blocking the alleyway, which if it was any of us doing that, we would get stopped. But it's okay for him because he's in a police vehicle. So I was going to stop and say something to him. Well, whenever I turned back left onto Highland off of 7th Street, going south on 7th, I turned east onto Highland, which my State Farm app will show. I've already looked through and found exactly that day and found every route I took, which never took me anywhere near her house. But right after I left dropping my nephew off, I was going to go say something to that cop. Well, he was in the process of pulling somebody over about 8 blocks east of the elementary school of 7th Street, okay? He was east of 14th Street and just off of Highland Street, or Avenue, whatever. Anyways, immediately after I left dropping my nephew off, I went and filmed his traffic stop. So how can I be, because there's absolute evidence on his body cam that I was there. And I have video of me filming him that morning, which I haven't posted because, there's no point in it. It was pointless. I just watched him, made sure he didn't violate nobody's rights. He didn't. So what's the point in posting it? He didn't do, if you want, I can. I still got the video. He's actually a decent officer. I will give, the one that I filmed, I'll give his name here in a minute. He's, because I tell them that I was just down filming his traffic stop, and then immediately after I got done filming his traffic stop, I was at the police station filing public records requests. So how can I be in 2 places at once? It just makes absolutely no sense. I guess I have control over traffic lights, and then now I can be in multiple places at one time. Okay? Anyways, let's keep going. Okay, I was able to contact Christopher Jackson in the Ponca City Police Department lobby, and he provided me with the following statement. As you see, I was in the lobby when they contacted me. I was there. Okay, Christopher Jackson stated, I live out in the Osage County. With Hartford Avenue having construction right now, I cannot take Hartford Avenue to drop my nephew off at the high school. I have to take Highland and go up to 7th Street to be able to drop him off. I have the right to drive on a public roadway. I have a State Farm app that tracks my location and knows exactly where I'm at. I will not give you he says recording, but I told him I won't give him access to the app unless they get a warrant. I'll use it for my defense, yes, but they're not getting it without a warrant. Anyways, exact location, exactly where I'm at. I will not give you the app, but you could get a warrant and get it that way. I also video recorded a traffic stop by Corporal Barabaz. It's B-A-R-A-B-A-S-Z. I don't know how to say it. I've never been, and me and him coach baseball together. And I've never been able to pronounce this dude's last name, but his name's Dylan. I just call him Dylan. But Corporal Dylan Barabaz, whatever. And he should have my exact location and time for that. He should have dash cam footage and video recording of the conversation. But somehow, this constitutes stalking. Because I needed to take my nephew to school. And my nephew, like, can stay, which I'm going to use him as a witness. He's only 16. But he's going to be my witness because he was in the truck with me whenever, I got stopped about 3 cars back from the, the school crosswalk right there. And just happened, she comes across and you can ask me, not ask me, but you guys will find out. I mean, like, I didn't say nothing to her. Like, I wanted to so bad to say something to my kids, because I haven't got to see them since December 13th. All over absolutely nothing. I haven't got to see them, or talk to them because of this crap. But, like my nephew can confirm that, like, I didn't roll down the window. I didn't say nothing to him. She starts pointing at the cop sitting in the alley, and I still didn't engage her. Didn't even, just like whatever. And even my nephew was like, what the heck is her problem? Like, what? And, so, I have absolute proof. This is just a way to try to, just to try to discredit me and make me look like I'm just this horrible person and, all this crap. That's all it is. That's all they're trying to do, which is bullcrap. Okay, my ex-wife right now is sitting on 3 felony counts of animal cruelty, okay, which resulted in 2 dogs dying. And one actually survived. They thought they were going to have to put him down when they first discovered him. But the animal control, like, went above and beyond, which I have to say our animal control, like, the guy there is awesome. He went above and beyond what he had to do to keep that dog alive, that dog's named Sheldon. He's a white boxer. Amazing dog. It's my 11-year-old's dog. When them two grew up together, like, my 11-year-old was only a year old when we got Sheldon, the white boxer, when we got him. And so they grew up together, and that was his dog. He could shove his arm down that dog's throat and that dog would not bite him nothing. And just the smartest dog, sweetest dog. He'd grin at you, like, tell him to grin and he'd grin at you. Just amazing dog. And I'm trying to do everything I can to get him back, because I don't want him killed. I don't want them to put him down because he is awesome and he deserves a good life. But they can't give him to me until the proceedings are done. And so, and I go up and check on him. I go see him, like, he's just, I hate seeing him where he's at. But, this is just a little history on this woman. All right, she's facing that. And, like, what's bad about it is those 3 dogs, I tried to get them. I tried everything I could, but the woman put a protective order on me for absolutely no reason. They were trying to use the physical assault thing, which I'm going after her for defamation, libel, and slander, because she keeps trying to state that I physically assaulted her sometime in the past with absolutely zero evidence that it ever occurred. So I'm going to file defamation and libel against her. And as soon as I, started filing that and stuff, they all of a sudden put the stalking on me. Okay. Well, this woman, like, I couldn't go over and see those dogs, or I would get in trouble and I'd be breaking the law. And I try everything I can not to break the law. I try to stay right within the law, the limit of the law. And, so I couldn't go do anything. So what I did is I contacted animal activist people here in Ponca City and asked them if they would go over and check on the dogs and see what they thought. Well, they called animal control. Like several weeks, like it even states in her K County News Cow deal about her arrest or her warrants for the animals, that the animal control had been over there several times, but they couldn't do nothing because the dogs had water and food. Well, they must not have been going over there for a while, because the next time that somebody went over there and checked on them, only the boxer was there. And there was 3 dogs. There was a Yorkie, a red-nosed pit, and the white boxer. Well, I got pictures of it and everything. It's sad because, like that Yorkie, you know, like, he's a cute little guy. I didn't like him. You know, really, I'm not big into small dogs, like, especially, he just pissed everywhere. But I still would never sit there and starve him to death, even though I just really didn't like that dog. I still took care of him when I was there. Fed him, bathed him. I was the only one that bathed them dogs. Only one that fed and watered them, made sure they were taken care of when I was there. But after I was gone, she abandoned them. She just left them there to die. And, so then that's one thing I don't understand with Kaw Nation, the tribe that, she's a part of, which I'm not a tribal member. We've never lived in Indian country. So the tribe shouldn't even have jurisdiction over my children. Under the Uniform Child Custody Jurisdiction Enforcement Act, they don't have jurisdiction over me or my children, but they're trying to hold on to it because she's a tribal member. And so they go, I don't have a leg to stand on there because I'm not a tribal member. So they're going against me in every aspect you could possibly think of. She's sitting on 3 felony counts of animal cruelty, resulting in 2 deaths of animals. And they really are, letting her keep my children from me? Really? After that? That's just how it goes here. Kaw Nation, Kay County, Ponca City, they're all wrapped in together. They all work together. And I've got a horrible name, for myself against, for all public officials. They hate me. They absolutely hate me, because I've started busting out their crap and want to bring light to their corruption and to the dirty things they do. And due to that fact, they all talk. The Kaw Nation judge, he talks to the Kay County judges, talks to the Ponca judges. And, yeah. That's where I'm sitting. So, guys, contact Kay County, Contact the Kay County District Attorney's Office. Tell them they're idiots. And, that this is complete retaliation. That I'm completely going to destroy them. And then immediately after, I'm filing a lawsuit for malicious prosecution. Because they know that I can absolutely destroy this. There's no way I can be in 2 places at once. And there's no way I can control a traffic light. I'm in my truck with my nephew. Come on now. But if you guys could, I'll put the, link for Kay County and Kaw Nation and Ponca City all in the description, just so you guys can, just reach out, tell them this is bullshit. You guys are just harassing this man. Just please, people, thank you. You guys take care.